Yeah.
Oh,
You are recording.
go right ahead.
Awesome. Well, I am just going to do a quick segment on informing and inviting people to join your Pampered Chef team. So the first thing to know is the difference between informing and inviting. Informing is creating an interest and telling them about it, and then inviting them is not, do you want to join my team? It is inviting them to learn more. And why I do this, why I inform and invite everyone, is because I know what I get from Pampered Chef. I know what I want from Pampered Chef. I know that I can be home with my kids. I can pull in an income. I can have fun. I can teach cooking, and I can help other people do that too. So I can't help but invite everybody to do it. So when do I invite people? So this kind of ties into the host coaching because it should be part of everybody's host coaching. This is the host information and checklist that's available to everybody on Consultants Corner. And it has this handy dandy checklist for you too, so that you can be professional and you can remember to mention everything. But in it right there, what I'm going to talk about today is, it's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down on it, is point out the opportunity brochure in the packet. And that is the first time, if I have not been at a cooking party, if they were at a cooking party, then they heard me talk about it at the cooking party. Once they book their show, they're going to hear me talk about it on each and every conversation that I have with them. All 3 phone conversations, I will invite them to the opportunity. So let me just tell you about the last gal that I invited to join my team. And so I met her at a cooking party. She was not interested. She said she was on the fence for a while, but she didn't want to. She was too busy. She worked full time. And she turned me down flat, no. And I said, okay, thank you very much. And then I continued with her checkout. And then she booked a party. So then here comes the opportunity again. And I said, I know you told me no last time, but I can't help but invite you again to explore this. Did you have a chance to look at the brochure that I put in your host packet? And she said, yeah, I kind of browsed it a little bit. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it now? So I said, well, did you have any questions for me? And she goes, well, I still don't think I can because, I can't talk in front of people. So that wasn't a no before. That was I'm scared, because a lot of people, especially today, have not taken the classes. They're not comfortable talking in front of people. They think that they have to stand there in front of everybody and and do the show. And a lot of people don't know this about me. And as much as I talk, you'll probably find it hard to believe, but I was a big wallflower. In high school and college, I wasn't really chatty. I was in my little groups, like with my friends, but I didn't do well in speech class, standing in front of everybody. And to be honest, to this day, before a cooking party, I still get butterflies in my tummy. But what I explained to her was, with her job, if somebody asked her how to do something related to her job, she would tell them. She would tell them how to do it, this. It's the same thing with our cooking parties or our online parties. The products don't change. So and then anyway, long story short, I made her feel comfortable about it, and I gave her a way to talk about the products. If you're not familiar with all of them right away, then just ask the guests to find the product in the catalog, and they can read the product for you, and you have them do your job. So when a lot of people tell you no, it's not because they really mean no, it's because they're scared. So if they flat out tell me no, I thank them and move on. But what a lot of people say is, oh, not right now. or yeah, so with the not right now, that always makes me smile, and that's both for informing and inviting and for booking a party. So I always say, so not right now as in you're not going to go home and sign up, or not right now as in you probably can't do it this weekend, or what does not right now mean to you? And then honestly, most of the time they say, oh, well, I'm busy this month. Well, they don't have to do it this month, you know, so if they have an interest in it, do dig a little bit more, but do it for them and listen to them and find out their why. Why do they want this? Do they enjoy working? And I can't is another big one. I can't do that. Well, explain that to me. What can't you do? And then you can help them. So finding out about it. And, you know, it was for this last gal, it was the second contact because she told me no after the first one. The second one, I asked her for 10 minutes of her time to go over the checklist, and she had the checklist too, so she knew what I was going to ask. And she just started asking me more about it. And I know I talk a lot about the opportunity, but what I told her was, I can't not do this. I can't not offer this to you and bring it up every time we talk, because half of my job is these fun cooking parties where I get to teach other people these easy and fun recipes that anybody can make with tools that actually do what they're supposed to do. And the other half of my job is to offer this to people so that they can start having what I'm getting, you know? So I said, I know I've been talking a lot about this and about how amazing Pampered Chef is and everything that you could do for it, but I can't help it. I can't not, you know, urge you to just give it the 3 months while you have the free website. Let's get you in there and let's just see if it works for you. And you know what, honestly, at the end of your 3 months, if you're like, Katie, you know what, 4 shows a month is not going to fit in my schedule, fine. That's okay. Just be honest with me. We can take a step back and we can reevaluate at that time, but let's see what it can do for you, because I know Pampered Chef can fit in any schedule, anybody's schedule. I mean, if I can be up in Kalispell for 3 days and help my husband with the ramp and then come back and work my business and then have a cooking show tomorrow night, I mean, this fits in everybody's schedule. So invite them at every party, invite them on every host coaching call. When you show up at their house, talk to them again. I don't care if they've told you no 8 times. Always offer it again. And be genuine and find out how it can meet their needs. And then before you close the party, explain the kit credit again as the coupon for their kit being getting some money off of their kit, and just always offer it, because it is truly the best thing in the entire catalog. And I mean, it helps people. It helps people so much. So it helps them give it, and it pampers their kitchen, gets them their paycheck, gets them, you know, the vacations and everything, whatever they want, their interest level, of course. And then it helps you also. It boosts your team and helps you grow in this amazing company. It helps you earn the trips. So the different levels with the trips, the more points you have, as you climb in the ladder, you get, there's less requirements for the trips. And that is how I, as a part-time Pampered Chef consultant, has earned 3 trips. We've been to the Disneyland, we've been to the Bahamas, and I've earned the first level, the cruise, and I am 14, I think, away from from Mexico. Anyway, so it's helping them meet their needs. And the biggest thing is always inviting them. And then also, I'm sorry, going off on this little rabbit trail, make it personal for you too. So share those stories, share what you've gotten. regardless of what it is, you know, if you've gotten this amazing kit for Pampered Chef and that amazing savings in the free website for 3 months, that's fantastic. You know, pampering your kitchen is great. So share that experience of getting those boxes in and feeling like Christmas all over again. Share that with people. If you've gotten your first paychecks in and you've gotten to contribute with the families in finances, or if you got to pay for a kid's braces with it, or if you got to remodel your kitchen, you know, whatever it is that you have gotten from Pampered Chef, the people that you've met, the fun that you've had, share that at your parties too. And just from the heart, tell them what Pampered Chef has done for you so far and what you want from Pampered Chef. I mean, I can talk about the Pampered Chef, homeschooling, and parish. I could talk your ear off because I know it's amazing. And I know Karen was just teasing me when she flew to Montana for our team meeting. She told everybody that came that, you know, this was the girl who, when she started, I just wanted to do 1 show a month. I didn't want to have anybody on my team. I didn't want to go anywhere with Pampered Chef. I just wanted my free products. And I kept going. And Pampered Chef waited and it grew with me. And I'm just so happy that I said yes. And that's why I can't help but offer it to everyone else. Now I know that Dina and Dana are muted right now, but those are my notes.
We're here.
I was kind of all over the place with this one.
Oh, you did. Okay, so I'm going to let you talk to her.
Okay. So, Katie, that was really good. At the beginning, you talked a little bit about knowing the difference between informing and inviting. And I can just remember, sorry, I'm going to center myself up a little bit here. Okay, I can remember years ago where somebody told me the story about baking absolutely fabulous chocolate chip cookies and calling your girlfriend and telling her how delicious they were, the steps, where you got the recipe, how gooey they were when you pulled them apart, how they smelled. And then the next day she saw her girlfriend and she said, "Why didn't you come over and have chocolate chip cookies?" And the girl said, "You didn't invite me." So sometimes we tell people and we describe it and we think they're being invited, but they don't feel invited. So how do you do that? How do you inform people at your shows, and then how do you invite people maybe at checkout, during the show, after the show? You know, you talked a little bit about working with your hosts, but you know, can you explain that just a little bit more?
Absolutely. So the informing happens at the show or even on online shows. You please make time with your posts on your online shows too, to make sure that you're inviting them to, or informing them too. So informing is in front of everybody. And you can't really invite. I mean, nobody feels special if you just invite a mass amount of people at one time. So that's informing everybody about why you do it, how amazing it is. All of that is the informing part, creating the interest. I even joke about people when I bring it up, I say, now you realize at this point, you're sitting there going, wow, all she has done all night is run her mouth, and she didn't even help with the cooking or anything. She just told us how to do it. Do you really get paid for standing there and looking gorgeous? Yes, you do. And I said, let me tell you a little bit more about the business, about Pampered Chef and why I do this. And so then I inform everybody. And then I tell everyone before I go over for the one-on-one checkout, which is very important, please do one-on-one checkout, is I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I'm going to ask you when you want to have your party. I'm going to ask you if you have any questions about what I spoke about with the income opportunity. And I'm going to ask you if you want
freeze play.